Hello, welcome everyone at TNV Academy. Today I will explore the subject chemical handling and safe use. So first of all, it's introduction. Today almost every business uses chemicals, even in the cleanest, most modern office. Employees are exposed routinely to the inks, toner and adhesive, not to mention a wide range of material used in the cleaning and maintenance. Exposure to the chemicals in the workplace can cause many different types of harm, ranging from mild irritation to burn. Managing chemicals and their associated hazards bring benefits like improved employee safety and health, cost saving, in addition prevent potential harm to the environment. Now index, so what are the things I am going to discuss today in this PPT show? What is chemical safety? Guidelines of handling chemicals, type of chemicals, common SDS terms, chemical safety and handling procedure, emergency equipment for chemical safety, emergency safety sheet, safety chart. So what is the chemical safety? Chemical safety is preventing accident and injuries while using chemicals in the workplace. And chemical safety involves knowing the hazards, the chemical you work with, how they react, how they can affect you. Using necessary protection such as personal protective equipment PPE, available safety information, SDS, safety data sheets, labels, wall charts, and follow work practices each time when you handle a chemical. So there are four main types of chemical. When categorizing chemical based on their hazardous property, the four main type of chemical can be like toxic agent, chemical that can cause harm or death when ingested. Example, cyanide, pesticide, arsenic. And next one is a corrosive, chemical that can cause destruction or irreversible damage to materials or living tissue by chemical action. Example, sulfuric acid, sodium hydroxide. Reactive chemicals, substance that can react violently with air, water or other chemicals, potentially causing explosion, fire or release of toxic gas. Example, sodium metal, potassium peroxide. Then acids, substance that donate proton H positive ions and can cause burns or corrosion. While acids are a type of corrosive that are often considered separately due to their widespread use and specific properties. Example, acetic acid, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. Flammables and combustibles. These liquids and gases catch fire easily and burn quickly or explode, like aerosols, industrial methylated spirit, kerosene. So what are their reaction on the body? Like when it's absorbed, it's usually absorbed through the flammable and combustibles. These liquids and gases catch fire easily and burn quickly or explode, like aerosols, industrial methylated spirit, kerosene. So it's absorbed through the eyes and skin, inhaled in the form of dust, gas or vapors, ingested, especially if you eat or smoke around chemicals or accidentally swallow them. So how do I know the risks are there? By reading the container labels and SDS, safety data sheets, wall charts. Never remove labels from the containers. If you cannot find or read a label, ask help from your senior. If you suspect that label is incorrect or the contents of the container, tell your supervisor. Then follow the work practices. Don't take chance when handling the chemicals. Like know when you know what you are handling, and always wear a PPE, personal protective equipment, have adequate ventilation where you are working or handling the chemical. Never mix chemicals. If unsure or concerned, consult your supervisor. Do not rely on your sense or smell. You store, dispense and dispose of chemicals safely and correctly. No emergency procedure for chemical spill and fires. So guidelines for handling chemicals. These are some common general rules. Consider all chemicals as a hazardous. Read label, direction and precaution before use. Never mix soap or detergent with sanitizer, and never add caustic based product to hot or boiling water. Never mix alkali with acids. Never mix acids with products containing chlorine, and never mix any chemicals. Guidelines for handling chemicals and first aid. So if suppose in case if any chemical it's contact with your body, so what is the response of the first aid for each body parts? Like eyes, if chemical contact in the eyes, so what is the response? Hold eyes open and flood with water for 15 minutes and seek medical attention immediately. If it is skin contact, so wash affected area thoroughly with water. In case if it is inhalation, so the person who has come in contact with the chemical, you have to remove to the fresh air. If patient is not breathing, ensure airways are clean and just try to seek medical attention immediately. And if in case the person swallowed the chemical, consult the label, safety data sheet or poisonous information center or seek medical attention immediately. If in case if there is a spillage, so what you have to do, consult data sheet for the particulars to absorb, mop up, etc. The SDS safety data sheets. So what is the safety data sheets and their use and purpose? The safety data sheet, often called as SDS, is designed to provide employers and employees with the information necessary to use as a chemical substance safely. The SDS identifies the substances of concern and potential hazards. It describes precaution for use, handling, and storage. It also gives procedure for emergency situation. The SDS from different companies may use different formats, but all should provide the information that is required by the statutory authorities. So now I will discuss about the emergency equipment for chemical safety. So the importance of emergency equipment for chemical safety. Emergency and safety equipment is vital for chemical safety in the workplace. Handling, storing and disposing of hazardous chemical present numerous risks, including accident, injuries, fire, explosion and environmental hazards. By investing in the appropriate emergency and safety equipment, organization can greatly minimize these risks and create a safer work environment for their employees. So here are some essential and safety equipment for chemical safety. First is the eye wash, emergency eye wash, then emergency shower, fire extinguisher and blanket, and appropriate spill kit. So these are the few equipment, emergency equipment which is used for the chemical safety. So now I will discuss about point by point chemical safety and handling procedure. First is the label. Ensure the bottle has the correct product in it and correct label. Do not use unlabeled chemicals and replace any labels which are damaged or unreadable. Correct use of chemicals. Always use chemical as per the instruction on the label, product information sheet, wall charts or on the safety data sheets. Number 3, read the SDS before you use any chemicals. Not all the information you need is on the label. It is your responsibility to always know where the chemical register is kept. And chemical safe handling. Do not mix chemical. It is hazardous and can be counterproductive. And do not overdose and do not underdose. Always use a clean, empty container. Do not bring your chemicals to the workplace. Always chemical must be approved by the management. Return chemicals after use. When you finish with chemicals, wipe down the bottles and store them away safely in their appropriate location. Number 6, always wear appropriate protective clothing like aprons, gloves, goggles or glasses, safety footwear, mask, etc. as per the SDS. PPE that is reused must be clean and returned after use. Report all the spills, accident and ill effects. Ensure spill kits are available and easily accessible. Remove spills as per the SDS direction. First aid kit. The first aid kits should be easily accessible and contain an eye washer. Never stick chemical more than 3 drums high. Never stick chemicals more than 3 drums high. Stacking chemical drums and boxes more than 3 high is unsafe and may fall, causing damage. It is advisable to store powders above liquids. If in the doubt, throw it out. If you are not sure about the product, label, etc., do not use. Notify your supervisor so it can be disposed of properly. Observe safe operation or dispensing equipment. Ensure all staff know how to operate chemical dispensing system safely. Number 12, use of containers. Seal containers when not in use. Do not open damaged container, return them or seek advice from the supplier. Hygiene. Always wash your hand after using chemicals even if gloves were worn. Ventilation. Ensure there is adequate ventilation in the storeroom and when using the chemicals. Safety. If in doubt as to correct use of chemical, do not use. Smoking. Do not smoke anywhere near the chemical or while you are using the chemical. Food safety. Do not use any chemical near the food. Correct chemical, correct job. Always use the right chemicals for the right job. Personal protective equipment. Must always warn when handling chemicals to pack, unpack, store, use and dispose. So now I will talk about what is GHS. So GHS pictogram, it is globally harmonized system for classification and labeling of chemical called GHS. GHS pictogram are designed to draw your attention to a certain type of risk. They provide important, instantly recognizable information. For example, the product is flammable or that it might be a health hazard. So these are the few pictures you can see on the screen. So this is the GHS pictogram and hazards. Now finally, conclusion. Prevent chemical accidents and injuries. Know what you are handling. Read the container label and SDS. Know the risk and how to avoid them. Follow safe work practices to protect yourself and others. Have a safety first attitude all the time. As a final point, mandatory chemical handling training should be provided to the employees who are working with chemicals at their workplace, either supplying, storing or disposing of them. Safe chemical handling is important to prevent harm to people, property and the environment. So thank you for watching my video. Kindly do share with your friends also.